Leafs lose Game 2 in Round 1 against the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-3 in Toronto. Now, this was a tough one. I did expect Toronto to lose this one. It's just so hard to beat Andre Vasilevsky 2 games in a row. But let's just see how this one went down. So to start off in the first period, Victor Hedman scores the Tampa Bay Lightning's first power play goal of the postseason from assist from Alex Killorn, 19 minutes and 57 seconds into the period. Now, if Hedman did not score this power play goal this late into the period, this outcome I think would be totally different. When you let in a goal that late into the period, it just deflates all the self-confidence you guys have. So going into that locker room, they are depressed, their heads are hanging low, their confidence just isn't there. So the second they scored that late, you already knew that the second period was going to be rough for them. And as we can see, 2 minutes and 21 seconds into the second period, Corey Perry gets his first of the postseason from Victor Hedman. Then the Leafs do climb back. Michael Bunting, playing in his first postseason game, gets his first career postseason goal. And that was from Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews. And can I just say, that was a beautiful setup by Mitch Marner once again. It is great to see him being noticeable once again in the playoffs. But unfortunately, 9 minutes and 57 seconds into the second, Nikita Kucherov gets his first of the postseason from Victor Hedman and Steven Stamkos on the power play. And, Tampa Bay went 0-for-6 on the power play in Game 1. You knew they were going to bounce back. 2 power play goals in 2 periods. Did not expect that. But this is the reason why they're the back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. You cannot take them lightly. Then, in the third period, Brandon Hagel scores his first postseason goal as a Lightning from Nick Paul and Nikita Kucherov. That was 1 minute and 33 seconds in the third. And going into the third, we had a little bit of hope. You're only down 3-1. Score 1 goal early on. Score 1 goal with the net empty. You're into overtime, right? This complete different game. But the second they score that, 1 minute and a half into the game, okay, this is probably over, right? And, Braden Point gets his first of the series from Nikita Kucherov and Victor Hedman on the power play once again. That Tampa Bay power play going 3-for-3 now. And later on, Mitch Marner scores his second of the series from Jake Muzzin and Austin Matthews to make it 5-2 Tampa. And that was 11 minutes and 53 seconds in the third. And then Alex Kerfoot scores his first of the series from TJ Brody, 15 minutes and 43 seconds into the third. And that was shorthanded as well. This Toronto PK today was not great. But to get a shorthanded goal today and get a shorthanded goal 2 days ago in Game 1, that was fantastic. If they can get shorthanded goals, David Kampf, Alex Kerfoot, Mitch Marner, they're all such good penalty killers. If we can get some speed going, Ilya Mikheyev is one of the fastest players in the league. If he can get that speed going on the PK, you already know he's going to be lethal on the other end. So after Kerfoot scored, you started to get a little bit of hope left. 5-3 Tampa, about 4 minutes left to go in the third. You thought they could do it, but unfortunately they did come short, and that would be the final of this game, 5-3 for Tampa. First star of the game goes to Victor Hedman. Second star of the game goes to Nikita Kucherov. And third star of the game, Mitch Marner. Once again, another standout performance by him. The game stats shots were 34 apiece. 55.2% to 44.8% for the faceoffs. Power plays, Tampa went 3-for-7, while the Leafs went 0-for-4. You can't do that. You got to convert. If you have 4 power plays, you have to convert on at least 1. That you cannot be having that. Especially with the amount of penalties that are being called right now in the playoffs, you have to take advantage of those. Then the penalty minutes were 14-8 for Toronto. Hits were 39-36 for Tampa. Giveaways were 8-6 for Toronto. You got to you can't play sloppy hockey. But the takeaways were 8-4 for Toronto. So once again, we see back-to-back games. Toronto's takeaways are much higher than Tampa's. But if you're not winning the games, it doesn't matter. So this was definitely an interesting game. You're heading into Tampa for Game 3. I don't expect them to win Game 3, but if you can walk away from Tampa with a split, if you go 1-1 in there, I say that's a great job. You walk into Game 5 against Tampa in Toronto, it's a best-of-3 series. I think that's the best hope you can do. So let's have some damage control for Game 3, because they're going to come out strong. First game against it with the fans in the stands. Just try to hold them off as much as you can. and we're going to try to have a good game 4. So for game 5, 6, 7, we already know it's going to be good. Because we already know the series is going to go to game 7, just like every other Toronto series. That's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you after game 3.